Yeah,
Hats all around.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Yeah, great shoot, fam. So this show, it's PAD, right? Can you talk about what that collective was?
Project Art Distribution is I would say, like, socially engaged project run by Patrick Mahundro. Patrick puts this moving blanket out and has different artists do exhibitions, various spots in Soho, and I've done a couple with him. And so this show is organized around different people that have collaborated with Patrick.
This painting, as you're talking, I'm looking at it and I'm noticing you just have such an interesting way of hanging your works. Obviously in your performances, you put works in very precarious places.
I am really interested in paintings being foils for something else. I use them a lot in my performances as props or set pieces, less as a backdrop that just sits statically like a step and repeat, and more as a thing that is sort of embodied itself or an actor itself. So right now I'm hanging a lot of paintings either like on pulley systems or on the backs of movable walls, covering up holes in walls to so that during a performance they might reveal something else, but then also be able to live as a static exhibition. I'm kind of imagining like paintings having double lives, like that they could be both this like thing that's exhibited and lives on a wall like by day, that's like, you know, me going to work in my suit, and then like its night look is when the performance happens. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's night at the museum and the paintings have lives, or at least they're like keeping secrets. Mm-hmm. They're money laundering, you know, whatever they're doing. This is a moment in a performance where a painting like this one has been pulleyed up to become an awning. Inside this painting, this orange painting, is a painting of a rehearsal, and during that rehearsal I'm performing with paintings. So this is like another tiny painting of a rehearsal, but it's like a painting of a painting. So there's definitely like a meta or self-referential thing happening.
These are much smaller works than I'm normally used to seeing for you. Are these more evident of the normal PAD stuff that you show?
I wish that they were like this. It would be so funny if you said that and then they were like this big. Uh-huh. And okay. Anyway, they're not. At Pat I showed little charms with poems that we can go see at my partner's store, and these gay shirts that I make that are like gay in the Gap font. I've sold those there. So kind of more like affordable, like things that a tourist might buy, tchotchkes and wearable clothing. These are 8 by 10 inch oil on linen in artist-made steel frame paintings of my partner and my friend Shauna floating in the Never Sink Unique River in the Catskills.
Lovely. And let's go see those really small things. Let's head on to the store. Yeah.
Cute.
Let's go on to it. Come on down. Us admiring some chaos.
Yeah.
Let's hit it. So, like, part of this show is when someone is a fellow somewhere, we like to ask them sort of to plug what they're a fellow for, so our young artists know.
Totally.
Yeah, so you're an independent study program fellow at the Whitney. Can you explain sort of what that is?
Yes, it's a 9-month fellowship hosted by the Whitney Museum at Roy and Dorothy Lichtenstein's former home studio in the West Village. And myself and then 14 other studio artists, 6 critical studies fellows, and 4 curatorial studies fellows are like in residence there, and we have seminars twice a week, studio visits, workshops with visiting artists. So we've been visited by like Sharon Hayes, Andrea Fraser, Jerome Ellis, Tavia Nongo, like a really star-studded kind of, mostly focusing on like institutional critique, Marxism, and psychoanalysis pedagogy. It's really great.
Yeah.
A lot of residencies, they're just giving, like, they'll give you space and you just have space to make. This is also coming with the expectation that it's kind of like an unaccredited postdoc. Okay, we're here.
Awesome.
This is Fredericks Mae, my partner Giovi, and his partner, business, Gabe's store that they've had together for 15 years. Wanna come inside?
Yeah, let's go on in.
I have these cutouts that are kind of like pre-grad school ceramic work. I've been making ceramic work for like 10 years. And at a certain point, I started making these little charms, like, call them like chosen family, poly pocket in this polyamorous pocket. And I've sold these at Project Art Distribution, which is the initiative we talked about earlier. This one says, "This curiosity that you forgot to mention." This guy says, "Ask the question before making an assumption." And yeah, I think they're like little open-ended aphorisms.
Lovely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.